everybody, I'm Holmes, athlete at Enjoy Winter. We're going to do a quick 15-minute hip activation. I do this before hard intensity workouts or pretty much before every single race I do. What you need, a yoga mat would help, and then I have a little 12-inch foam roller. Any foam roller is going to work. A softball. So this is the size of a softball. It's just like an indoor one, so it doesn't have seams, which is nice. If you have seams on yours, it's fine. But a bigger ball is better for this application because you're not trying to get super fine trigger points. I've got a thick-ish blue band, a medium thick green band, and then a not very thick yellow band. But this activation is just gonna help us get our hips firing and everything kind of loosened up and working together. So what we're gonna do is 8 to 10 crunches with our knees at 90, 8 to 10 cross crunches with one knee at 90 and the other leg straight out in front of us on each side, and then 8 to 10 hip bridges and 8 to 10 full sit-ups with a slow return back to the floor. Let's get started. On these full length ones, make sure you're going down in like 3 to 4 seconds. Don't make it too quick. Now we're going to use the thick band around our ankles to do band walks. We're going to do 10 on each direction, and when we do it, we want to be in kind of a semi-squat to really get everything firing. Next, we're going to take our green band. We're going to wrap it around our feet and do hip flexor activation. This one helps if you have like a wall or a railing to hold on to because it is a balance. So we're just going to put it around our feet like so. And now we're going to pull up in the center at a 45 and then almost at 90, but as much as you can get. And it helps to hold the wall. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. You do that 3 times on each side. Now we're going to take our thin band. We're going to wrap it around our ankles and we're going to lay down and we're going to do some exterior rotations to activate the front part of the hips. So you lay on your stomach, feet at 90, toes pointed in, and you pull out leading with your heels. Do 8 to 10 in this position. And then go to 45. 8 to 10, leading with the heels again. And then almost touching the ground. 8 to 10, toes pointed in, leading with the heels coming out. So then we're going to take our ball and we're going to roll our hips out. So we're going to roll up here on the top of the butt and on the full butt, come over onto the hip flexor in the front, and then put it on the inside of your hip bone, right in that little notch, and we're going to roll it all rib cage and really working all of this abdomen and where the hip flexor attaches to the abdomen. So now we're going to take it, we're going to put it right on the inside of our hip. We're going to just kind of let it roll slowly all the way up our rib cage. It's pretty uncomfortable the first couple times you do it, but you just need to breathe into the ball and just let everything melt away as it's coming up. If it's too much, that's fine, but this will definitely help open up your stomach and just make you feel better while you're out skiing hard. So now we're going to come back to our mat and we're going to do that same sit-up routine. So we're going to do a quick 8 to 10 crunches, 8 to 10 cross crunches on each side, 8 to 10 hip bridges, and then 8 to 10 full sit-ups with a slow release. So that time it should be easier than it was last time. Now we're going to grab our bands and we're going to do the same exact band routine. So 10 lateral walks, 3 on each side of the hip flexor band pulls, and then the 8 to 10 of the rotated out band pulls on your belly. Great, so those should be easier that time since we have done it before and rolled it and things are getting more activated. So now we're going to do a quick foam roll, just like 2 to 3 passes in each spot. This is quick and easy. So we're almost done. Again, that's just a quick roll. It's not a deep tissue massage on the roller. It's none of that. You don't want to get too invasive. You just want to do some quick passes to break up any small annoyances and just loosen the muscles a little bit so they can fire better. So now we're going to do some quick activated stretching. So in this stretching, we're going to hold the position and we're going to contract our muscles. Then we're going to take a breath and exhale, and on the exhale, after contracting our muscles, we're going to stretch into the stretch more. And the more you do this, by the third one, you'll be able to stretch way deeper than you would have been able to on any other, and your muscles are going to be firing better also. So I start like this for my hip flexor. So I'm going to pull my knee into the ground and forward. Pull it, pull it, pull it for 3 seconds. Release it, take a breath, and on the exhale, stretch into it. Now in this position, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to relax and stretch into it on the exhale. And do 3 times. And relax into it. We're not doing this for a long time. This is just to really activate the muscles again. It's not deep. If you go too deep, then you're just going to feel noodly out there and not activated. Get it on both sides. So then this one helps if you have something to balance on. We're going to do our quad. We're going to activate our quad again. We're going to push our hand away from us. And then we're going to stretch it. Push our hand. Exhale and stretch. So from the side view, I'm pushing on my hand. Then I'm going to stretch it. Then I'm pushing. I'm going to stretch. Push. And stretch. Then we're going to do the same thing for the hamstring. This one's a little trickier, but we're going to dig our heel into the ground and you're going to try to fire your hamstring, and then you're going to stretch on it. Fire it for 3. Stretch it. Fire it. Both sides. Fire it. Stretch it. Fire it. Stretch it. Now we're going to do the groin. This one you're going to pull your foot into the ground, activating the groin right here, and then we're going to sink into the stretch a little more. So pull it, stretch it. Then the last one, we're going to do a pigeon. This one's hard to get the activation, but it's good just to stretch it. Stretch your hip out a little bit. Just sink into it real quick. Try to relax. Get both sides. While you're doing it, if you notice you have some spots that are a little more sore than others, definitely take a little more time on those and roll them out a little better. So that's it. That's our quick hip activation.